Scotty Thompson is a renowned antagonist.
Oh shit, Scotty, you're fucked. Your mum's hot. Oh no. Don't mess with BAZZA. Never mess with Baz. It's got him in a headlock. Look at all the weak North Melbourne pricks trying to stop him. They just can't. He's too strong.
He's been doing it all day, Das, too. You're spot on from the start of the game. He's been aggravating him.
Yeah, he's not letting go either.
Scotty had been revving up Barry all game, and it was right at the time where he was pretty fiery, obviously his whole career, but he'd had a few moments.
Yeah, before the game I knew I was playing on him, so Brett Allison, a forwards coach for us, used to coach him, so I had a word to him and we went in with a plan. So the plan was not to aggravate him and just be hard one-on-one defending, so I was doing that, and yeah, I don't know what I did, but in the second quarter, yeah, that was the first thing I really did, and saw him tying his shoelace up, and I had a brain fade and just pushed him over.
I think he was trying to tie up his shoelace, and he just kept getting bumped by Scotty, and just bumped again. I'm just thinking, it's not a smart move.
Scotty knocked him over, and I was actually not facing. I was facing away, and you could just hear the whole crowd go up, and like I looked around, and it was just on.
Obviously, Paul's a little bit bigger and stronger than Scott.
Bit stronger, Barry's a beast.
I'd come back and help him out, and all that I saw was he had him, don't know whether it was in a headlock or around his chin, but he wasn't moving that much, so I've come and tried to pull him off. I couldn't pull him off. He was too strong and too big.
I don't know what I was thinking. Thought it might have been a little bit funny, but in the end, it wasn't really funny for me. I didn't think he would react like that.
I did fear for Scotty Thompson because Barry had a really good grip on him, and Nathan Grimer and Scott McMahon ran in to try and pull and drag Barry away, but Barry wasn't moving. So yeah, it was a little bit nervous for Scott there for a bit.
I was struggling for a second there. You can see I reach up trying to grab his throat. Yeah, it didn't help. All my teammates were trying to pull him off, and he was just holding me, so I was just getting dragged along the ground.
I think it was an incident that we can look back on with some sort of humour now, but at the time I don't think Scotty Thompson thought it was overly funny when you can't breathe.
No, Baz, he probably did it as a bit of a smile. He probably just put him in a headlock, and I mean, he's so strong that it wouldn't have been any effort for him to have done that. And then once he had him in that headlock, I guess he thought, well, why would I let go? I've got him.
I was watching it happen, but I was too busy trying to get the footy, so I actually led up to on the wing there and actually got the football. And I remember Mitchie Hahn screaming at me, telling me to help out and get down there and help BAZZA, but I think he had it pretty well covered.
He's on, three of them are after BAZZA.
That's a good headlock too. He has been poking the bear, and the bear has responded.
He's been doing it all day, Das, too. You're spot on from the start of the game. He's been aggravating him.
Yeah, he's not letting go either.
I think it was probably a little bit scary for Scott, but yeah, it was a weird situation.
I didn't think I poked the bear too much before it, but yeah, that got him.
It was probably the most softest attempt to drag a bloke off your teammate of all time, but myself, Scott McMahon and Spud Ferrito have raced in, and yeah, I think we're all doing a pretty average job. Scotty reckons we're making the headlock tighter, and Levi Greenwood, who was the next in, he didn't know what to do because he saw it was Barry Hall, and he thought he'd just stay on the outskirts a bit.
Tried to grab his hand and pull his hand to try and break his grip, and I couldn't do that. And then I remember I think it was Adam Cooney come over and tried to help, and then, I don't know, somehow I ended up sitting on Cooney's head. God knows how.
And then Barry ran off the ground and proceeded to elbow pretty much all of us in the head on the way off as well. So, yeah, I was pretty happy that when we played the Doggies next that I was actually out injured that week, because I think there's not many blokes that intimidate you on the footy field, but that day, yeah, he could have killed anyone, I think.
He was running off, and a few of the other boys were coming up to give him a mouthful, and I just remember him running off with his arms up like this, saying, if you get in my road, I'm just going to hit you.
One memory was Gia and I was sort of showed our talking to him and our appreciation for how he kept putting his arms up while sort of trying to elbow people. I thought he disguised it pretty well. It's like a new move.
I think Rocket's obviously had a great relationship with him previously, and so he spoke to him on the phone. I think Rocket wanted to jump out of the box and go run down the ground and take him off. So, yeah, I think it was controlled well in the end.
Rodney Eads screaming through the phone telling the runners to get out there and to put a halt to Bazza's actions immediately.
The runner was just trying to get him off, just trying to get him out of there because Baz was seeing red, so we just needed to get him off the ground. We didn't want him to get reported or anything like that. So yeah, it was pretty full on. I remember Rocket. He was pretty worked up.
I do laugh about it now. We had a bit of a chuckle. Obviously, Barry's a commentator now, and he actually interviewed Scott after a game and got in after the game and was talking to him, and he said he was pretty nervous going up and talking to him.
Oh, look, I'm a little bit nervous, boys. Last time we were beside each other this close, Scotty, it was a little bit different, wasn't it?
Oh, just a little. I think I'm the one who's nervous. Yeah.
Fuck me, that is awkward. Drop into the ground, Baz.
At the time, I think Scott was pretty scared.